everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy and today I have got some more Amazon finds, so stay tuned. Hey guys, how are you doing? I'm in a new spot. This is where I'm going to be filming some of my crafting videos, and so I've been trying to get it sort of set up. It is my daughter's room. She's away at college, so I've been kind of using her space to get organized. So today we've got Amazon Vine haul. These are products that I get for free. They're provided to me for free from Amazon in exchange for a product review on their website. No obligation to film anything. I just want to share the items with you. And if you see something you like, please check the description below. I do have affiliated links down there, so clicking on those does help support this channel. So thank you in advance. All right, now before I get into the Amazon stuff, I do have a product that was sent to me directly from a vendor, and this is an eco-friendly vendor called EcoStash, and they have wheat straw hanging files, accordion files, those kind of things, expandafiles. So if you are in the market for something like that, or if you're a crafter and you're looking for a way to organize your craft supplies, this might be for you. So I ordered the strawberry pink because I love pink, and this is how it came. So I got the 12 pocket closable accordion file, and this is what the back looks like. Now you guys, I bought wheat straw plates and all of that kind of stuff from Temu, and I would hazard a guess that this is kind of the same as that, just in a different form, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, I am definitely in need of this kind of storage solution because I'm constantly collecting paper, and what am I going to do with it all? What if I want to start saving Christmas themed ephemera or beach themed ephemera? I need a way to organize those kinds of things. So this, I feel like, will be a great solution for that. And so let me just show you. So it comes in, like they said, it's closable, and this is nice. Does this expand? This expands. So you can slide this plastic up as your folder grows. What does it feel like? It feels like plastic, but again, it is wheatgrass. And if you ever got any of those wheatgrass plates, silverware and stuff off of Temu, you know it looks very much like this. So, and it feels like your standard plastic feels, but it's not. So then we'll open this up, and all the colors that they have in their catalog, they're all pastels currently, but you can see we've got, so you can even see the sides of it are also the wheat straw, and it expands. I mean, I'll be able to get a ton of stuff in here, and I like how each section is a different color, which just helps break it up. And then in the back, it comes with some pre-labeled labels if you want to use those, or it's got blank ones at the bottom. So like if I decide I do want to use this as my kind of special themed ephemera, there's plenty of labels for me to use for that. But I've also got, I save and store ephemera by month in case somebody buys something and they want a customization, they want something from their birth month or, you know, something like that. then I can go to my monthly folders. And then obviously letters are great for a lot of storage solutions. So, and these labels look like they would match these file folders pretty well. And we have a little handle, I guess you might call it. So yeah, I think this, I mean, look how big this gets. And because it expands, now, I guess if you get it that big, you're gonna need to, there's creases in this, right? So you're gonna need to fold it a little bit more so that it'll cover, and then you can still, because this is elastic, you can stretch that out. So I'd like to say thank you to EcoStash for sending me this to review. I love it. And let's see, let me go to their website, see if I can get you, I will have their website listed in the description below as well. But see, here's some other examples. They're really pretty. So these are hanging file folders or expandable folders. So if you want to put them inside your file cabinet instead of like this one, storing it separately, then they've got that covered too. All right, so this little beauty retails for $14.99, which I just bought one from Walmart about a month or maybe 2 months ago, and it was more expensive than this. So keep that in mind. But yeah, if you're interested, check them out. All right. Let me put that over there. Okay, so we have Amazon stuff. I think I usually, the last few Amazon videos that I've done, I've tried to limit it to 10 items just so I would have enough content. But then I forget to upload and post and all that stuff because I'm a fantastic YouTuber who's got all of her crap organized, and so then I'm like, just do whatever you've got at the time. So that's what I'm gonna do. Everything that I have at the moment from Amazon, I'm gonna do. So, oh, there's a big pile here. All right, first we have got children's fun camera. Now I got, okay, a year or so ago in preparation for Christmas, so this could have been actually 2023, I think is when I did this. I bought those printers on Temu that you can connect to your phone Bluetooth and print out pictures. So this is very similar, except that it bypasses the need to have a phone. So if you've got a young kid who doesn't have a phone yet because, well, they're a young kid and young kids don't need phones yet, this might be a really fun toy for them or thing for them. So it comes like this. So you've got all of your paper up here, and it's a thermal printer. So it will imprint, what would you say? It heats the paper according to the picture and gives you your image. Now it's black and white, and you can get, I think you can get colored rolls of this stuff, but this is designed for kids. It says it's okay for 3 and older, but once you print the picture, you can, or they can color it with these markers that are included. And it also has a USB-C charger, and it's got a cord so that they can hang it around their neck, which is fantastic. So we got it in purple, but it looks like it also comes in pink and blue, possibly, if the box is to be believed. And it looks like this. So very simple design. It's got a a film that you can pull off. And then here's the charging port. This looks like a memory drive, a memory disk. Let's see if I can, yeah. So I just pushed it in with my nail, and it's got a 32 gig memory. You guys remember my first computer, Packard Bell computer in the 90s? Didn't have anywhere near as much as that little card there. Ugh. Okay, so I just got that put back in, and then this just pulls open. It comes with paper already in it. Now here's the real question. Can I take a picture and print it for you guys on camera to see how fantastic this is? It's got buttons for taking the picture and for printing. And what is that for? On, off. And then I don't know what the arrows are for. Maybe after you take your picture, you can adjust or move it. Let's see if it's got any power. I don't think it does not appear to be charged. Oh, wait. That was the phone or the camera button. Okay, now I am actually pushing the power button. Okay, I had to long push it. So you've got photo, video, MP3, playback, games, and settings. So apparently not just a printer. Let's click photo. Is it a touch screen? Maybe that's what all the arrows are for. So okay, yeah, the arrows are taking me around different places on the menu, but what? Okay, so I hit the camera button, and now I've got the camera. So let's take a picture of this. Well, that's cool. Now, do I just tear it? Yes, I do see it's got like a serrated edge. And it dated it, but it's got the wrong date. It thinks it's January 29th of 2024. So somewhere in the settings, you'll be able to change it to be the right time. But you guys, okay, I'm not gonna lie, this is even cool for adults. I mean, if you don't want to have two separate, well, here, you'd still have to have your phone. But if you don't want to have to worry about connecting your phone via Bluetooth or whatever to just a printer, you get one of these. Take a picture of whatever you want, stick it in your junk journal as a remembrance, and then you're on your way. Now, I think that's cool. Should we try the markers and see how it looks if I color it with the marker? Let me just color the camera. Oh, it's there. It's a very pale kind of. Okay, so I don't know how long it looks like it's still wet, so this kind of paper will take a little bit to dry, but there you go. Now, obviously, if you are, most adults are not gonna wanna carry this around, but maybe if you're trying to take pictures in the house, I mean, it's really not that big that it couldn't go in a tote bag or something. I'm just thinking how fun it is. It's like having an old Polaroid camera, and it's got this cute design, but yeah, your kids will love this. And quite frankly, I think I would love it just from the scrapbooking nature of it. So I think that this is a really cool product, even though I now have ink all over. So the markers leak. Keep that in mind if you want one of these or get one of these for somebody's birthday or Christmas. Sorry, I'm trying to get a Kleenex. But yes, I like that. So part of what we have to do, well, I told you this already, we have to post a review to the website. So, and in order, we're at the silver level right now. In order to advance to, bye-bye. In order to advance to the gold level, we have to have 90% of our items reviewed for an evaluation period's worth of time, which I don't know how long that is. And we have to write good reviews. So it's not just a 1 or 2 sentence review. You've got to actually do a review. So yeah, so we decided, because we were sitting at like a 50% review rate compared to, you know, the items that we'd gotten. So we got all caught up on Monday, I think, and now we're trying to do them daily. I mean, so if you're at the silver level, you can get 3 items a day, and those 3 items cannot exceed a total of $100. And when you get to the gold level, you can get 8 items a day, and there's no limit. Now there is a disclaimer with that. I will get a 1099 at the end of the year for the fair market value of these products. All right, next, we always love getting phone cases, it seems like. Oh, and I need to be telling you what these cost. So let me get into my Amazon app. Now, what do you think? Should I just do everything, or should I watch the time, and once it gets to an hour, say, okay, stop, we'll save the rest? I don't know that people like watching really, really, really long videos. I don't know. I guess I'd be curious, if you're the kind of person that comments on a video, what's an ideal video length? Because these, I can make them any length, since I can just stop once I get to, because it's not like they all come in one bag. They come every day. We get stuff. Okay, the printer or the camera, the kids camera, instant print, and it is in light purple. It looks like that's the only color it comes in right now, and it was $29.99, and it is a Prime delivery eligible item. All right, next we've got this. We have iPhone 16s, just a plain basic 16. So this is a case for that. I don't really need to take this out, do I? Cases all pretty much look the same anymore. I mean, they're all about the same quality, I guess. Unless you're talking an OtterBox, all of these are pretty much the same. And so it's got the mag lock built in. So if you are doing the magnetic charging, or if you've got something in your car that it connects to, then you're set, you're covered. And this item, it's a magnetic for iPhone 16 case, compatible with MagSafe. And it's just a slim shock-proof case in purple, because that's my husband's favorite color. It's $18.99, so it's on the high side, especially for those of us that came from the Temu world, or even Five Below. You can get them there too for cheaper than this. And so does it have any characteristics that make it worth? Magnetic absorption case. But that's not really unique. Upgraded stronger magnetism, truly maintains 25 W fast charging power. Super strong magnet, prevent falling off. Military grade protection. So that's getting up there with claims by OtterBox. But it does not have it's not a fully enclosed case. It's just like this, but thousands of 10 feet drop tests, and it came out okay according to its instructions, or its claims on here. So, and then it's got various different sales on this item depending on if you buy other things in their store. Now, the items that I have the opportunity to pick out are supposed to be new or pre-sale items that they are trying to get reviews for quickly so that people will be, so that they'll be in the algorithms for getting new stuff. All right, next I got this. These are candy boxes, if you can believe that, for chocolates. Now, we all know I'm a chocolatier and I make all kinds of chocolates, which, if you're new to my channel, I have really poor attempts at sarcasm. So I do not make anything except the occasional bowl of cereal. But this is marketed as a chocolate box. So it's got perforated lines so that you can easily fold it, and then you could put your petit four or whatever you make in this and in a box, and it would look just lovely. It's kind of got a shimmer to it. Can we see that? Maybe a little bit right there, a shimmer to it. But I didn't get it for chocolate making. I got it for scrapbooking. I thought this would be just a different kind of doily, really. But I could tear off one side and make it like glue around the edge and make it be a pocket. There's all kinds of stuff. You could cut off two sides and have a small little belly band, or whatever you want to do. I had originally thought that I could coffee dye this, but because of this shimmer to it, I don't think I'll need to do anything like that. So it came in a set of 50, I believe. And you can see it is pretty small, which is, when I'm buying doilies at the Dollar Tree, it's the smallest ones that I'm actually interested in. I feel like I can do the most with those. All right, this is a 50-piece hollow design candy cups elegant paper treats box for weddings, birthdays, and parties. Practical and safe storage for chocolates and candies. And let me turn on my do not disturb so we don't have any pop-ups when I show this. There's a picture of it with the chocolate in it. And this little pack retails for $11.19, and this shop also has sales if you buy multiple items from their shop. But yeah, these are, I think these are really pretty. The shimmer, because I really couldn't tell from the listing that it had a pretty shimmer. I just assumed they were going to be white, but that's nice. Next, we have a binder. I think this is for Pokemon cards. I say that, but now I'm not sure what this, if this is a Pokemon or if it's for something else. It zips all the way around. And then it's got high quality card sleeves. They feel thicker than the ones you can get at Walmart. And are they... All right, let me see. They're side loading. Side loading, and they're double-sided. But what I really like about this, and I'm not the one that picked this out, this was a Jason one, but what I really like about this, from having, I have a binder full of Pokemon cards too, believe it or not, and I spent the time, because I got the baseball sleeves from Walmart, which you can see all the way through them, right? So I spent all this time cutting out construction paper to go in each one so that I could put one on each side, but I could see where my blank spots were because I was putting them in numerical order. And this takes care of that by having a black, you know, you can't see through it. So that is a really nice quality. These, they are kind of sewn in. So it's not, this is not something you can take these out and put them in something else, but it is really nice quality. So if you have someone in your life that collects baseball cards, Pokemon cards, any of that kind of stuff, they might really like this. Okay, I feel like sitting down here, I've now been bit by a mosquito. Okay. It's probably more likely that I was bit by a mosquito when I picked up the last couple of Amazon things that arrived today. Okay. This is a 9-pocket side-loading trading card binder. It holds 360 cards. It's a ringless card folder holder, which is nice because sometimes when you have things in binders, 3-ring binders, sometimes they kind of catch and the binder, the rings can kind of get off center and stuff, and it can be a big mess. So you won't have that problem with this. And it just says black. So I don't know if that, it's not saying what the little emblem is. So I don't know if that's their store brand, or if you just are more knowledgeable than me, you might know what that's for. But yeah, so that's a nice binder, and it retails for $19.99. All right, next. So one thing I kind of, okay, so I used to do Temu hauls, in case you're new here, but then that all kind of went, and well, that didn't work out long term. So I buy from them maybe once a month now instead of every other day, which I guess is good for my pocketbook maybe. But when I was doing that, it was a lot of samey. So hopefully maybe these Amazon hauls are a little bit more interesting because it's a little bit more variety, a little bit, I don't know, you tell me. But this is a printable set, a 9-piece printable set. So I'm going to take all the pieces out, and I will never get them back in the same way, which will be, I guess, Jason's problem. But this is like a dinosaur set, I think. Okay, so let's do this first. You get a mat to put it, like a play mat. So if you're getting this for kids, very, you can see how shiny it is. So I don't know. I think you would want, if you were going to give this to your kids for a playmat, I think you'd want to get some towels and iron this so it's flat. But maybe the kids wouldn't care. I don't know. All right, so that's one of the 9 pieces. And then we've got our volcano with the lava flow. This doesn't feel like the best quality. Oh, can I take this off? I don't know if I'm supposed to take this off. It may be that they craft, it's probably only glued here at the top. So anyway, some people are getting really good at their digital printing that they would be able to somehow print this all as one piece. But that's probably way more expensive, and so they printed it like that. And then comes with palm tree with leaves and another, so 2 trees, and then you get 6 eggs. Now I think the eggs are all the same, they're just different colors. So this one is, I mean, it's really pretty. Gold, well, yeah, kind of goldish orange to pinkish red. So you just twist, you unscrew it, and then inside is a printable dragon or something in a coordinating color, or the same color in this case. So then they would, you know, stick these on the play mat and have their dinosaurs, you know, fight each other probably. So like I said, there's 6 of those eggs, and I'll open one more. Let's open a purple one. But this is kind of neat that it's screws closed. So this up here, obviously we're missing ceiling tiles. We had a flood, I won't tell you how many years ago. I was doing home repair, and the plumber said this was not my fault, but I was doing a toilet repair so my bedroom is directly above this, and so we have a bathroom that's like in our bedroom that's like right over here. And I was doing a toilet repair, and I was turning off the water, and the shutoff valve just popped off. And when it popped off, all this water was flowing through. And I'm embarrassed to say, but we did not know where the water shutoff was down here in the basement. We now know where it is, but in the time it took us to get the water shut off, it flooded everything, and it came through and stuff. So we had a huge insurance claim, and we replaced some ceiling tiles, the ones that didn't have to be cut, but these other ones needed to be cut, and we don't have anything to cut them with. And it didn't seem like overly important, although my daughter would probably disagree, because that's probably where, if there's any bugs in this room, that's probably kind of where they come from. And so yeah, so since, I don't know, how do you just, because we've got some in here that are just all the ones that we didn't replace are weird sizes or shapes. So I don't know how easy or hard it is to get that done, but obviously we've not gotten it done. So yeah, so you can see okay, I'm having trouble getting this guy back in here so that it Oh, maybe it just went. So yeah, I think this is a cute little kit. And you know, you get 6 of these, so if you wanted and you were just looking for cheap gifts at Christmas, you could just divide this up instead of keeping it as a set. Like how did this go in here? Doesn't really matter. I just want to get it off the desk for when we look at something new. All right, that set. Okay. 9-piece 3D printed dragon egg toy. 3D printed dragon with rockery and trees. Fidget dinosaur toys, cool stuff, fun Easter gifts for adults, teens, boys, girls, desk decor, etc. And here's a picture of all of it. And it retails for $29.99, but there's currently a coupon for $6 off. Hi, let me take a brief moment out of our video to let you know that today's video is sponsored by JunkForGoats. JunkForGoats is my business where I sell and resell vintage, antique, and some modern ephemera for all of your junk journaling or crafting needs. I have shops on Etsy, Whatnot, and I list my digital items on my coffee shop. All of the links for those are below in the description, so please check that out. It's also important to note that 10% of all the proceeds from my sales are used to purchase goats from Compassion International. Those goats are provided to families across the world to help them meet their own families' needs in terms of their diet, but they can also take and sell the milk and the cheese that they produce from their goats to their friends and family nearby, helping to provide them with an income source that is valuable in the areas in which they live. So if you would like to craft with a difference, please check out the description below. And as always, thank you, and please enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks. All right, next. This has gotten the worst review that we have done so far. So this is a messenger bag, but it is really, really cheap. But it would be great for a little kid, okay? But my big kid, my husband, was thinking this would be more adult appropriate, and it's really not. So it's got super cheap plasticware, you know, buckles and hardware and stuff. And the bag itself is pretty cheap quality. This, from the picture, he thought there were going to be 2 different sections, and it's really just one section with these dorky picture cards in it. But it does have several pockets. Sorry, this is, you know how they always, why are the zippers always in the middle, and then you have to go like all the way to one side and then back to get it open? So it's got a little pocket here, and then this little zipper clear pouch in front. And it is a messenger style bag, so that opens, and you do have a zipper here. There's no pockets on the inside. It's just the one bag. It's not big enough for a laptop, but it might be big enough for a tablet. And then it came with this little guy, but he's pretty sad looking. And then it came with some pins to put on it, but they were super cheap too. So we didn't give this a very high quality review. it's just, I don't know, it looked better in the picture kind of deal. So I don't feel the need to spend too much time on it. But there's the rest of it. It does have a little side pocket over here, but it's not, I don't think it's big enough for a bottle of water. And then it's got one on this side too. So overall, pretty disappointed with this one, but it's still a bag, so we can still use it to carry stuff. But oh, and you've got to put it together yourself so that it'll then, you know, come apart and stuff. But I guess at that point, that way you can make it as close or tight or whatever as you need to. But again, I would not, it's not even big enough for like a middle schooler or even nowadays for elementary school, because at least in our area, the schools provide Chromebooks for all the kids, and that wouldn't fit in here. So pretty much, in my opinion, only really good for a toddler. And the price on that, we had such high hopes because it's a kawaii crossbody Ita bag for women, Japanese messenger bag, Y2K shoulder bag with pin and plush bear. You could also get it in white. Both of them are $19.99, and it says you're saving $2. So just not too happy with that. All right, next I got some stationery, and I think it's 6 different kinds of stationery. It's not marketed as scrapbook paper. It's marketed as stationery because it comes with envelopes and stickers to seal the envelopes. So here's the stickers. So 3 pages of that. Are they all the same? Yep, they're all the same. So 3 times 20, so 60 stickers. And then, let me get out the envelopes first. I'm never going to get this back in this package either. So you've got decorated envelopes, which they're really pretty. And are they, oh, they don't have any lick 'em to stick 'em, so you got to apply your own adhesive. But I really like that they are decorated to match the stationery. Okay, that one goes, we've seen those 2. And then there's this one, which is really pretty. And this one, you guys know I love flowers and butterflies and birds. What don't I like? Oh, this is a really pretty one. Look at that. And then this one. Okay. Did we see these already? I already can't remember. That's a pretty butterfly one. So it's like blooms and butterflies. But they are, in case you didn't see, they are white on the inside. All right, and then you get the stationery. And I believe they've designed it so it's just 1 piece per envelope kind of deal. So we've got this, and it's plain on the back. This one, so I'm sure, you know, once I am not on camera, I can match these up to their envelopes. But snail mail's making a comeback, y'all. So people are enjoying sending real letters, although I saw somebody was like, well, I wouldn't even have any, but I don't even know who I would send a letter to. So I don't know if that means they don't have any family or any friends. And I'm like, well, I don't have any friends. I wouldn't have people to send it to either, but except for that one's pretty. I mean, I'm exaggerating to say I have no friends, but I don't hang out with anybody outside of work. So I guess I could say I have work friends, or I have past work friends that are friends, but we don't hang out. It's pretty much just always me and my family. All right, so that's a nice set, I thought. I can't turn down a good paper pack. Okay. This is a 160-piece stationery set. You get 50 double-sided stationery papers. Well, double-sided, I don't know if I'd say that. I mean, it's plain on one side. Usually you'd say double-sided when there's a design on both sides. So not double-sided. With 50 matching envelopes and 60 round dot stickers. And there are 10 designs. So pretty nice. And I got style A. Both styles are $14.99, but style B, oh, that's right. Style B is more watercolor, which is not really my thing. So yeah, so I loved that. Okay, let me just, I won't put it back in the plastic, but let me get it at least out of the way here. So far, this is my favorite thing. All right, next, okay, I'm so vain. So my 50th birthday, oh my gosh, it's next month. Now that we're in October, my birthday's in November, my 50th birthday. I'm not planning on doing anything, no party or anything. Jason wants to give up his, so we have a budget, and we allot so much money for everybody's birthday each year and their birthday meal. And Jason's like, well, I want to give you my birthday money and meal money because it's your 50th birthday and we didn't plan like any extra money for it being a special birthday. And I'm like, no, I don't want you to give me your birthday money. And so I don't know how that's going to go. We'll see. And I don't even know where I want to go for my birthday meal, but I do know I want to go to Sephora and get my free birthday gift. They always have a nice birthday gift if you are a, you know, have their rewards program or whatever. Okay, this is to sort of celebrate my birthday. So it looks like this on the back. So it's kind of beat up a little bit. And then it looks like this on the front. So what the world was like back in 1975. Rhinestone Cowboy by Glenn Campbell. Philadelphia Freedom, Elton John. Jaws came out that year. Best film at the Oscars was The Godfather Part 2. Wheel of Fortune premieres on NBC. Now, why don't they say because Saturday Night Live also premiered in 75? What things cost? A new house is $42,000. A dozen eggs, 77 cents. A gallon of gas, 57 cents. And a movie ticket, $203. I was also born in the same year as Angelina Jolie, Kate Winslet, Pedro Pascal, David Beckham, Bradley Cooper, and Charlize Theron. We're all turning 50 this year. So yeah, so that's kind of cute. but it's got these holes back here because you're supposed to attach this cord. It's like jute rope kind of thing. And you then attach these clips to the cord, although it's also got tape on the back, so I'm not really sure about that. And then it's got a few little dangly bits, but then you're supposed to hang pictures. So it's supposed to be like this at the top with your memories underneath it. So that'll be easier to show you. It comes with a plastic needle and some glue dots. Oh, and then this, whatever this is, probably a charm or Brad's. Maybe it's Brad's. Yep, it's Brad's. So, okay, so all those pieces, let's see what it looks like when it's fully put together. I also today picked out this would be for if you were having a party, because it's a big banner and then party supplies. I'm hoping that the party supplies I can just harvest for the paper or whatever. But then I thought the banner might be cool to put up back there. But this is a 50th birthday decoration gift for women, men, back in 1975 poster, picture frames, wall collage, cheers to 50 years old. And it's supposed to look like this. You know, you've got your pictures, you hang, so the two holes at the top are so you can hang it from the wall, and then you've got the three that hang down with these little hearts at the bottom. So yeah. And then this is, granted, this is kind of a really niche product, right? You have to want 1975. They don't have like other years. It was $13.99 and available for Prime shipping. All right, I have got way too many things I'm going to have to put back together when this video is done. How are we doing on time? Okay. I think maybe I will just try to go for an hour. And if that means I end up having a short video, maybe that's fine. And then I can see which ones do better. All right, next. This is a shrink-wrapped sweater. Women's sweater in black. Very rarely are there clothes available that, okay, there was yesterday, there were some overalls available, but it was like blue and purple and yellow, like checkers, like for golf. So I was like, that's a little bit much for me. All right, so they were really serious about packaging like this. So let's see if we can hear a whoosh. I think I moved the paper and missed that one little moment. All right, I got this in a large. So of course, since it's been vacuum sealed, it's going to be super wrinkly, but it's really soft. Made in China, but that's okay. I like stuff made in China. Since it's October, I got to start wearing my Temu stuff from last season. All right, it says open the bag and take out the clothes, hang it up and bask in the sun for a while, or use the steamer to make it puffy. Even steam from the shower in the bathroom will do the trick. Gently pat the clothes with the hanger or hand. It will return to fluffy. Okay, so it looks like this. So just a very, I've lost a lot of weight, so I don't think I have a black cardigan that fits me, and maybe this won't either. So we've got the imprint of the buttons on here. I wanted to see what this was made out of. It's probably some sort of polyester. It feels like it's a fitted sweater, so that makes me a little bit nervous that maybe this size will be okay. So it's viscose, nylon, and PBT. All right, so we'll try it on. Let's see. I have really, 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 really fat arms, and this is probably not the best outfit to be trying it on with, but we'll give it a go. I was kind of hoping with filming down here I'd have a little bit more space to try things on. Actually, hold on, let me hold my sleeve before I try to put it through. So it's tight here, but it's not tight here. So they're flare arms. I don't know, you guys, that may be too tight for me. Although maybe I can stretch it. You know, get my fists in there and okay. I don't know. This is kind of a little weird. Okay, so can I button it all up? I don't know. It seems kind of tight. No, that's not a good look. So I don't know. Do you think I could wear it like this? Although this makes me look like, this outfit makes me look pregnant. So this is not reflective of all of the weight that I've lost. The sleeves are a bit long. So I don't know. I mean, I think I could get away with wearing it just open. But do people wear sweaters open that they obviously couldn't button up if they wanted to? I mean, there's all this space in the back, but when I pull it closed to button it, it's all that stuff in the back is still back there. So I think because it's got this stitching, right, to kind of give it an A-line or whatever that's called, maybe that's part of it. But yeah, you think I could get away with just wearing it? I think I could. I very rarely button cardigans anyway. I mean, heck, if it didn't have the buttons, then that's exactly how you'd wear it. So yeah. Well, the camera definitely adds 25, 35 pounds, but that's okay. So would I have preferred a extra large? I think it would have been too big, too long. And because they're flare sleeves, I don't think you can really roll those up. So this probably is the right size. And I think it'll look much better once all the wrinkles have come out. But yeah, it is, you can see it is cut and sewn so that it will cinch at the waist. So I think that's just the way it is. But what did it cost? Okay, well, of course the model has it buttoned, probably because she's not wearing a shirt underneath it. But it is a women's cardigan sweater, round neck, fitted long sleeve, lightweight, warm knit top. And it doesn't bunch or gape anywhere for her. And the sleeves aren't tight. I mean, the sleeves are, well, okay, I've got, but yeah, like my whole, you know, having lost all that weight, I have a lot of extra arm skin, fat, whatever you want to call it. But it is a cute, I do like it. And here's one that maybe better shows the arm flares, which they don't flare quite, or I don't feel like that's quite as obvious on the one I got, but it does come in black, gray, khaki, and white, and it is $30.99. Oh, I got the largest size. So, okay, well, I couldn't have gone any larger. It's available in sizes extra small to large. All right. I'm like, how much stuff do we have left to do here? Trying to think if I should just stop here so that the next video is not super short. I think I will. I think I'll stop there and we will do some nostalgic TV trivia and then we'll be on our way. And thank you in advance for stopping by, and I hope you'll consider liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. All right. Who hosted the documentary drama You Are There? You Are There? Oh, You Are There. Who starred as Bill Longley on The Texan? What is the Love Boat's name? Which show featured Sid Caesar, Imogene Coca, and Carl Reiner as regulars? Who starred as John Shaft on Shaft? What city is the setting for The Young and the Restless? What was the only functioning law enforcement agency in the Californians? And what is the kitty cartoon mentioned on Too Close for Comfort? These questions are so obscure. Who hosted the documentary drama You Are There? Documentary drama. Robert Stack. I mean, he should host all drama, like unsolved mysteries, all that stuff. Who starred as Bill Longley on The Texan? I don't know. Clint Eastwood. What is the Love Boat's name? Okay, she was a princess. She was in the Princess Cruise Line. But what was her name? Oh, that one's gonna be a bummer when I read the answer because I should know that one. Which show featured Sid Caesar, Imogene Coca, and Carl Reiner as regulars? Well, the only thing I knew of that Carl Reiner was a regular on was the Dick Van Dyke Show. So, is it just the Sid Caesar Comedy Hour, like something like that? I don't know. Who starred as John Shaft on Shaft? Well, didn't this guy die recently? Richard? I want to say Richard Kimball, but that's the guy, the one-armed guy, right? From The Fugitive. Richard? I feel like it's Richard. I don't know. What city is the setting for The Young and the Restless? I never know these, so I always just say Springfield. What was the only functioning law enforcement agency in the Californians? Well, was this like a historical thing? Or, because that's what makes me think the only functioning law enforcement agency. Like it feels wrong to say like the FBI or like what's older than that? Sheriff. Like, I don't think it would be the sheriff's department, but maybe it's like the California Patrol. I want to say Highway Patrol, but that's CHIPS, and that's not the same. What is the kitty cartoon mentioned on Too Close for Comfort? Well, I did watch Too Close for Comfort, and I don't know. I don't know. All right. I don't think I got any of these. So who hosted the documentary drama You Are There? Walter Cronkite. Darn it, I almost said him. But then I was like, no, I've said him before and it's never him. Who starred as Bill Longley on The Texan? Rory Calhoun. What is the Love Boat's name? Pacific Princess. Okay, well, I'm going to take half a point for Princess. Which show featured Sid Caesar, Imogene Coca, and Carl Reiner as regulars? Your Show of Shows. I think I got part of this one right too. Who starred as John Shaft on Shaft? I was saying Richard, and it is Richard Roundtree. So I'm taking I should take a full point for that, but I'm gonna just take a half a point. What city is the setting for The Young and the Restless? Genoa City. What was the only functioning law enforcement agency in the Californians? Jack McGivern's Vigilantes. Okay, well, there was no way I was going to guess that unless I had watched that show. What is the kitty cartoon mentioned on Too Close for Comfort? It is Cosmic Cow. Now, did Ted Knight was the dad and the main character on that show? Did he draw Cosmic Cow? Was he a cartoonist? I can't remember. All right, well, I got 2 halves to make 1 point, which is terrible, but let me know how you did. Let me real quick take a moment to thank everybody for watching. I appreciate you guys stopping by for these new kind of videos that I'm doing. And don't forget, if you saw anything you liked, check out the description below. But I would like to also take a moment to thank my members. I have 3 membership tiers, and I don't have very many members, so I thank you all. It's one of the perks. Thank you to Julily, to KT, to Favorites with Laura, to Darlene, to Hey Everybody, and Pam. Thank you so much for being members. And if you want to be a member, you can sign up. The first tier just gets a few emojis, and because I don't have very many members, I can't make additional emojis. And then my second tier gets a small digital scrapbook kind of kit each month, and then the top tier gets the full digital kit each month. So if you're interested in that, check that out. But otherwise, thank you so much for sharing some of your day with me, and I hope you'll consider coming back. And wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a great day. And until we meet again, take care of yourselves. Bye.